That would be me.
Look who we're hanging with.
Jason David Frank.
Boom shakalaka.
Please do not change channel.
Welcome back to the Hangin With Web Show. I'm GW Pomichter. We are here at MegaCon 2018 in Orlando, Florida. We've been hanging with artists, authors, filmmakers, comic creators, just a buffet of creativity all weekend.
It's beautiful, darling. It is a celebration of the arts.
It is. It really is. Right now, we are hanging with costume designer Jennifer Frandsen. You guys know her. She's a Hangin With Web Show alum. And we are hanging with her is Edna Mode.
Edna Mode.
Very appropriate.
And guest.
And guest. I'm here only at her leisure.
Well, I'm a very busy woman, darling.
Yes.
I have things to do.
The last time we had you on the show, we talked about some of the cosplay that you do.
Yes.
We also talked about some of the design work. Very appropriate, apropos today.
I had to do an homage to myself as Edna Mode, of course, because a costume designer is a costume designer.
The best costume designer is
yes,
the best.
Of course. I design heroes' costumes, darling.
Heroes.
I design for gods.
For gods and heroes.
Elastigirl, Mr. Incredible, Frozone, all my work.
All her. Without her, they're just people.
Very extraordinary people, but their clothes would come off in a hurry because they're not designed to stand the stresses of their powers.
But honey, the clothes make the man.
Absolutely.
Or the woman.
Everything is costuming, darling. The whole world is costuming. High fashion is just another name for costuming. When you get up in the morning, do you decide what you're going to wear based on the weather or more who you feel like being that day?
See? It's raining, so I'm going to go with who I felt like being today.
Exactly, darling. There's a fine line between fashion and costume design that a lot of people pretend exists. I don't believe that line exists. I believe everything is fashion, everything is costuming.
Well, you know, we see more and more on social media now. We see more and more, you know, and it's done for fun, and it's done with a little bit of tongue-in-cheek. But it's not fun, but it's not untrue. It's not untrue to have somebody say, be this or be that, unless you can be Batman, and then be Batman.
Always be Batman.
That's right.
Although,
I don't know, not always, but
he has a cape. Sometimes I do not like the version of Batman with a cape. No capes.
But you see, that's just it. Be your best self.
Yes.
And that's costume. Create your best self. Create the thing that you want to be.
The beautiful thing about clothing, darling, whether it's a costume or high fashion, is it gives you an opportunity to present to the world the person you want them to believe you are. That is what costuming is. Whether it's a Star Wars t-shirt or a full-on Sith costume, you're showing the world who you are. It's an insight that people can see with a moment's glance, because you have 7 seconds to make a first impression, darling. That is why appearance matters so much.
It does.
So much.
We're here in a place where expression is.
It's a beautiful place, darling. I am loving this. Like, there is so much inspiration.
Wow. And tell you what, I love seeing our classic heroes and villains. That's fantastic. But one of my favorite things to look out on the floor and see from here are the mashups, the things that people combine.
Just wait, darling, wait. I was talking to a Sith Lord. I'm thinking a Darth Vader helmet and a double-handed saber, and I am going to become Sith Mode.
Sith Mode.
I can see it.
She will redesign your ass.
I'm going to totally redo all the costumes of the Imperial Order.
That's it. Okay. So far, you've been on a look. You can't Edna Mode and not notice all of the costumes. Best one so far.
Darling, you ask me such difficult questions. I refuse to answer.
There's just nothing.
Because, darling, I'll be honest with you, I would have to say mine, of course, because I designed it.
Very good.
However, if you're asking the best costumes other people have, I will simply say this. every costume is a reflection of the effort and time and level of ability of the person wearing it.
And those
so
people
they
have
are
way more
all
ability than me.
they are all beautiful, darling.
They are
They're
great.
all
They're fantastic.
beautiful.
And of course, we're right in the middle.
It's a beautiful.
This is fantastic. We've got the Florida Con Artists down at that end. We've got the 501st over here.
Central Florida Steampunk Association's right over there.
Steampunk Association. We've I got the Mandalorian Mercs are right here.
Yes, I've been talking to them too, darling.
It's amazing.
It sounds amazing, except they use jetpacks, and I'm not sure I'm a proponent of jetpacks.
It's
I have to think on it.
kind of passé.
I know.
The jetpack
There's so many with powers of flight now.
It's retro, really, when you think about it. What's now? Are you're going to be here all weekend long?
Yes, darling, of course.
And you're in your Edna mode today, and you're going to
For
show
this
all
morning.
of these people.
This
for this morning.
Yes.
What
As soon
can-
as we're done here, I'm returning to the hotel, and Edna will go back into the closet, and Iris from American Horror Story will be coming out instead.
Oh my Lord! Wow.
We're doing a little bit dark today, darling.
Yes. What is now? You've got a ton of things going on though.
Yes.
I know you're doing a lot of work back in our home county, in Brevard County. Jennifer does a lot of work with Brevard Film and Talent.
And Florida,
And
Women
with
in Film and Television,
Women in Television.
Film Florida.
What are you working on right now? Any big projects
Just
coming up?
finished wrapping the final scenes for a movie, a short movie that I am one of the 3 female leads in. Yes, darling. I play a middle-aged woman who likes to drink wine.
It was a stretch.
I had to research.
She dove.
I just decided the last 20 years of my life were research for the role.
She's very method.
Very
method.
Very method, darling. So it's a short movie called The Model, and it's about 3 middle-aged women who are going to a paint and sip type gallery, and we've been promised a handsome young male model to paint. Unfortunately, the model cancels, and what we get instead is the twist. So you'll have to come and see it. It'll be premiering at the Melbourne Independent Film Festival, which I know is you will be there. Yes, darling.
Yes. Who's the director of this?
Eddie is the director, and I've just forgotten his last name.
We're going to look that up. We're going to put links down below.
Because you know he's not me.
And of course, Jennifer's also working with us and with the Brevard Film and Talent Group to do a Hangin With Web Show Talent Day, where we're going to talk to all the filmmakers locally, and we're going to share that with you as soon as we can.
Brevard Renaissance Festival. I'll be helping with costumes again for that this year.
Fantastic.
That's the only place where I allow capes. It's at the Ren Fair Festival, and that is because they do not try to fly with them.
Yes, that is valid, because they did not try to fly at the Ren
Although,
Fair.
have you ever seen the effects when you get tugged under a cartwheel in a cape? It is grisly, darling. It is grisly.
I believe this. I believe there are some hazards at the Ren Fair. Horses, capes, and carts at the same time.
Many hazards at the Ren Fair.
These things.
Most of which involve mead for me. Research.
Very good. Oh my Lord. We have to wrap it up. As we do that, we're going to say thank you to our partners and our friends at Some Unique Magazine, Famous Faces and Funnies, Krypton Radio, Off the Chain Radio with author Yvonne Mason, Space Ghost Comics, Asylum Convention Entertainment Services, our great friends at Brevard Film and Talent, Jennifer Frandsen and the whole gang over there, and our good friends here at MegaCon 2018 for having us out on the floor. This is a bird's eye view of the most amazingly creative place we can be.
And the best though, darling, they all come to you.
They all come to me.
It's wonderful. It's an amazing thing when you're at the top of the chain.
Absolutely wonderful. Guys, we've been hanging with Jennifer Frandsen, Edna Mode, a costume designer. And if you guys would recognize that from The Incredibles. And
June 9th, I believe, is the premiere date of our new movie. Don't look back, darling. It distracts from the now.
I understand. We are going to say goodbye, but remember, subscribe, log on, tune in.
Push that button somewhere down there.
That button right there.
That button.
See who we're hanging with next.